Hey guys, it's Morgan. I know you've been waiting to see what's going on here. Yeah, there's other kids here doing some work. We were at the home shop. We got the KTM up on the lift. We got it cleaned off as much as we could. This is pressure washed and it's still not, anyway. But we're gonna take it apart and see exactly what happened. Quick recap, if you're just joining us, we were on our Death March ride, which is up in the Crested Butte Sergeant, anyway, area. I overheated the bike because I was going up a really nasty trail. I don't have a fan on it. I know, I should have a fan on it. I used to have a fan on it. Whatever, it's not on there anymore. Definitely gonna probably be putting one back on. But I overheated it, but I think it wasn't so much the overheating as the plastic T-piece inside here split and it started spewing coolant. I ended up riding the thing all the way to the top of the Horseshoe Trail. If you know what that trail looks like, it's nasty, it's gnarly, it's about the hardest trail in the area. Got up there, put water back in it. It didn't seem to leak right away, so took off, bike ran good again. It was not running great when it was hot, but ran good again once I got going. Down the trail, got to some roads to get over to Pitkin, and then it started acting hot again. And I was like, huh, that's weird. I wonder why it's doing that. Got to Pitkin, took the cap off the radiators, empty again, poured water back in it, started coming out the T-piece, hit the start button, definitely compression in the coolant. All manner of things were going terribly wrong. So I decided to ride it as far as I could ride it, and I rode it, and then all of a sudden it went from not sounding great, but running okay. I mean, definitely not great, but just like, and I was barely on the gas anyway, just trying to ease it up these hills. And then it goes, brrr. And I originally thought that was a hole in the piston, but now I'm looking, I see this head O-ring and there's melted O-ring over there. I'm desperately hopeful that maybe, just maybe, the top end is junk, but everything else is okay. I'm hoping the piston is still together, all that good stuff. So now we're gonna take this thing apart. We're gonna get the pipe off, gonna get the coolant hoses off, head stays off, everything unplugged, and we're gonna yank that cylinder off and see what it all looks like. So here we go.
Whoops, it's smoother. Wow.
Good thing is I don't have to loosen or worry about, I don't have to worry about coolant going anywhere, because there's definitely none in here. So there we go, guys. That failed. It's a good thing it came right out. You're supposed to have to need a tool and all sorts of things. There's a thermos anyway. We have the fix, which is good. So now we've got all that stuff out of the way. We're gonna get gonna take this power valve cover off because I think that will hit, might not. I don't know. But what we are going to do is we're going to unhook the power valve actuator. And what you have to do that correctly is you have to unhook the battery. Let me show you something special about that. Take the positive and the negative off. And once you have them off, I'm going to unplug it. Completely unplugged, everything's off. You're going to take positive and negative cables and you're going to touch them together. What that does is discharge this capacitor and everything. All right, so now that that's done, now we can unhook, we can take the power valve off of the cylinder. But first, I'm actually going to quick get the head stays out of the way. We got this. Run the Bulletproof Designs power valve actuator cover. I like it because it's aluminum, a little more protective than the plastic one that came on it. And yeah, it's dirty. Like I said, I pressure washed the crap out of everything. But now we can just take this sucker off. And it shouldn't move because we've disconnected everything and we've discharged the capacitor. So super stoked about that. All right, got everything out of the way. Anyway, gonna get the spark plug out. God, this thing is gnarly. Might try to blow this out a little bit with the air, and then we'll take the head off first, and then we'll take the cylinder off. All right, guys, got all the bolts out. Here's our first look in here, if we can get this thing off. Just real easy with the flat blade. There we go. Don't want to jam in there too tight, obviously. Oh, that's gnarly. Oh, that thing got freaking hot. You can see that O-ring blew out. All right, how bad is it gonna be? Pop it up, so. I think I'm gonna put a spark plug back in there and see if I can't pull. And here's what the plug looked like, guys. Ah, so not good when things get this hot. Ah. There we go. Yoink. Let's grab the flashlight. So far, it doesn't look like there's a hole in the piston, which is definitely what I was worried about. So that's good. Get these base nuts loose. Lift this thing off of here. I gotta say, guys, the new motor with the power valves not being actuated from in the case is so much easier to deal with than the old style. Just don't have to worry about any actuators coming up through. It's just these nuts are super easy to get to. It is really handy. Looks like it's about time to do real good cleaning of the power valve anyway, so that's good. Also, we were dangerously close to the top end. I mean, we're way over 150 hours, so this is a good timing. Unplug the crankcase pressure sensor. And try to lift this up. I can't remember. I hope I don't have to take the flange protector off. I don't know. Yep. I think I'm gonna have to, so that's not too big of a deal. Do some serious cleaning here. Boom. All right, guys, let's go over to the bench and take a look. First of all, let's take a look here. All right. It's looking like all of the piston is there. So that's really, really good news. All right, let's shift this thing up a little bit. I'll set you guys down. So I can hold. These are way harder to turn over by hand since you don't have a Kickstarter. Man, that crank feels really good, and you can see it is oily. Oh, I love seeing that. So I run Motorex 40-1. This is part of the reason why, because when things go south, at least there was a plenty of oil in that thing. So, and honestly, got a little bit of a scratch there on the piston. Doesn't really look that bad. Can't believe it. Let's see how bad the cylinder is. It can't be good, but all right, let's get light in there. Lots of marks. Oh, there's a good one there on the intake. Man, I don't know if I can feel that. Like, it obviously doesn't look great, but it's not that bad. I mean, that's like one of the worst marks, and I can't feel that with my fingernail. This one over here. I don't know, guys. I don't see any plating missing. Definitely some scratches, but I think that might be aluminum onto the nickel cell plating. Boys and girls, you might be looking at the luckiest dude on earth. Like, I don't know. You can see power valve is all moving super good, like crazy good. I can't, that's not even right that it's moving that well. All right, stay tuned, guys. I'm gonna end this video here with this. I'm gonna end it with a little bit of the video of what happened, like writing wise, what happened to this thing, and why it got so hot. And then make sure you subscribe. Make sure you use the links in the description, guys. I will be calling Rocky Mountain ATV MC for some parts for this thing. I need a top end, at least, and gaskets. And we just might get freaking crazy lucky. Yeah, stay tuned. Use the links in the description. Support the people who support this sport. And I appreciate you guys very much. I love you, and we'll see you on the next one.